Hi everyone, this is Joe Burns, the Mind Op with the Mind on Purpose. And today's message from the Tahoe Talks is we've gone over vibration over and over and over again. We have talked about this idea of frequency, and we can get much deeper into this idea that we are all energy, right? We're all energy. So all matter is energy. All if you break it down to a quantum level, you break it down to an atom level, we're all vibration, we are all energy. And that's this whole idea of the law of attraction, that's this whole idea of the law of expectation that we've talked about a lot, that I use and I use with my clients all the time. The main thing that I want you to understand today is that when you get on purpose, when you get this higher vibration going, and this has been a theme, it's great because I find it blows me away that every week I find a theme with my clients. I find a theme of maybe what their struggles are, but more what their conquests are, like the things that they're doing really well. And this idea of space has come up. And everything that we've talked about in the past, the idea of controlling, redirecting your thoughts, because we don't control the thoughts that come into our head, but having the tools to ask the right questions of ourselves, controlling our language, controlling our focus, redirecting our focus. I call it the search engine. Look at what are we looking for, because it's out there. And when we kind of control that reticular activating system, it's like a Google search engine. It's going to go find that. It's going to give you more of that. So when we control those things, these are tools to help you. We talked about breath and body controlling mind, mind controlling body, both of them working in together just recently. All of this, though, is to create space. What I mean by that is when you're reactive, when you are in this low energy self, and remember that there's the low energy self is the survival self. It's the caveman self or cavewoman self. It is that protecting your ego and seeing everything as a threat to that. And of course, that's going to cause reaction, and it often is just, it doesn't go well. I always say you're either on purpose or you're in reaction. And so when you are this higher version of yourself, this ideal self that you want to get to, and you start the day off on purpose, you start your interactions on purpose, then these questions, these tools are all designed to give you space so that you're not just jumping into something. You get to open up that space for yourself so that you're not reactive, you are responsive. And just as importantly, you're opening up space for that other person. You're allowing them, right? You are this higher energy version of you with boundaries. And I always start my day with a little mantra. I'm going to give it to you and you can use any version of it. But I always say, I am going to be my higher energy self. I'm going to vibrate at this high level. I want everybody that comes in contact with me to leave in a higher vibration. They're welcome to dance in that vortex. They're welcome to kind of dance in that place and leave in a higher energy place, because I do believe that energy begets energy, and that vibration, they're not taking any energy from me. The only way that that can happen is if I lower my energy. So the mantra just goes, I want everybody to come into contact with me. I'm going to be at this higher vibration, and they're invited to dance with me in that higher vibration. I want them to leave in a higher vibration as a result of the contact with me, as a result of, our conversation, whether it be a whole session with a client or whether it just be talking to somebody at the grocery store. But I'm not going to lower my energy for anybody. That's the boundary. And in giving that person space to step into it, you allow them to be their higher self. And if they're not, that's okay too. That's not on you. But you control what you can control. You control your energy, you control your focus, all these different things that we've talked about. And in staying in that higher vibration self and opening up that space, you get to be responsive. And resources will flood into that space for you. Resources will flood into that space, and giving that bit of space and not coming from that lower reactive survival self, that kind of ego self that is the baseline for us. Remember, this is all, through our mind, it's all about survival. Everything that we see from that ego state as some kind of threat. Whether it's your boss, you see it as the poisonous spider. Whether it's, your spouse yelling at you, you see that as the tiger, just from that kind of primitive mind that we have. And to get out of that primitive mind, all of these tools are designed to open up space for yourself, for the other person, and to be that higher self that you get to choose to be through all of these tools. But you start that being on purpose in the morning, going through your day with this sense of awareness and always looking, instead of being reactive, to how do I open up that space? How do I step back and say, isn't that interesting? And I love that Wayne Dyer quote. Isn't that interesting? You know, somebody's coming at you, they're trying to get you, they're trying to drag your energy down into that lower energy place. You get to decide whether or not you go down to that level, or you get to stay higher up for them and for you, but more importantly for you, because we don't control other people. We control our own inner world, our own energy, our own vibration. And in doing that, and in opening up space for other people, then we get to allow them and we get to influence them. I think that's really the way you look at it, right? We allow ourselves that space so that we can influence others, not control them, because the control comes from that lower energy place. So I hope this gave you something to think of. How can you open up space today? Again, go back through some of the videos, look through some of the tools. As they say, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But if you want to really delve into how you take yourself to the next level and open up space and do it on a continual basis, the breakthroughs that my clients are getting, and this week has just been just as amazing as the week before, absolutely off the charts, life-changing, transformational, because they are controlling their energy, they are controlling their vibration, they are controlling the questions they ask, and they are using the tools that we work on together. So if that's something you're interested in, send me a direct message, and I'd love to talk to you about maybe working together. Otherwise, I hope these little Tahoe talks are helping you out and you're finding something in it. I'll talk to you soon.